Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Joey McCullough. Glad you tuned back in. Gonna do a little project here on my helmet. I didn't really like the mount that I had on my last helmet, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the POV mount for my Motovlog. So this is very important. We'll see you. Let's get to it. Okay, first things first, this is my new helmet, my Shoei helmet. I think that's what it's called, a Shoei. Awesome helmet, great airflow. I mean, I've had a lot of helmets, the airflow is just not that great. This has got an airflow on the chin, it's got an airflow on the brows, and also you just feel the air moving around there. It's pretty nice. And I upgraded the lens to a mirror lens, which is definitely good for down in the south in the summer heat. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the helmet. So let's go ahead and do that. Cycle Gear puts out this stuff, Molecule. It's good for outside the helmet, and it says to shake it well. Got a couple of microfiber cloths right here, and it says to spritz it. Make sure I shut my vents. And it's good for visors too. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Little bearing. Okay, there we go. She's clean. So let's see, the contour, if you look at the contour here, this thing fits perfectly on the contour of it. So I just got to center that in place, and I'll still be able to use my vent right here. So that's kind of cool. So let me go ahead and get this thing placed up and get my heater plugged in. And I got my little alcohol pad. I'm supposed to clean it with alcohol pad real good first. So let me get my heat gun. So here I got my heat gun. It port cable gets pretty hot, and you're supposed to heat this thing up. So let's go ahead and move this stuff out of the way, and I'll go ahead and use my alcohol pad. And I'm gonna have a pretty easy job centering this thing because I have these stripes here, so that's gonna make it a little bit easier. Make sure it's all good and clean where we're gonna put it. Then we'll dry it off. Okay. Now it looks like I'm gonna have to center it right there. Looks good. So let's go ahead and peel this off the 3M pad. And then we'll turn her on, heat it up. It's getting hot. I need an oven mitt. And you see the 3M start to curdle a little bit. That should be good enough. Okay, let's go ahead and set this thing. Let me see, like this. Yeah, I think it's better like this. Trying to get it as square as I can get it. Okay, let's go ahead and give her some push down. And that's pretty straight. That is really straight. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, perfect. Okay, and there we go. Got it on there pretty square. So now we'll go ahead and let this set up for a good 24 hours. And then we'll test it out and see how she does on the road. See you in a bit. Okay, here we are. It's been more than 24 hours since I put my chin mount on my helmet, but today we're going to go out and test it. See what it's like. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a real quick ride around the neighborhood just to test out the camera and the audio coming out of the Zoom H1n. I got the microphone, the lav mic, stuck in my left-hand cheek. And hopefully the audio is going to be good. Go ahead and open up my vents and my helmet. Make sure that doesn't affect it. It's going to go on a real quick trip around
the block just to test out the new chin mount setup. Make sure everything works good with the audio and the camera positioning. If you haven't seen my earlier videos about the Shoei RF-1200, you need to check that out, because this is probably one of the best helmets I have ever purchased. Comfortable, quiet, good airflow, just a wonderful helmet. I'm interested to see how this audio and this camera setup is going to be compared to my last. The last setup I was using was one of those reach around mounts on the helmet with about 15 connector links and I was using the mic adapter for the GoPro. And this time I'm using just the external audio, which to me is easier. You have a little bit more control of what's going on. Super nice day today. Got a couple of hurricanes coming in, looks like. They keep moving all over the Gulf Coast. Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Mobile. It doesn't know where it wants to go, but it's just 2020. It's probably going to hit Mobile. Crack my visor here and see how that changes the sound. If it makes a difference or if it's any louder, wind noise. Love my highway pegs. Okay, here we go. Sunday drivers. We got the green. Go ahead and shut the visor again, see if that makes any difference. Stage 2 that I had performed on the engine makes it even more fun to ride. It was fun to ride before, but now it's really on the low end. It really is real peppy. Makes it pretty fun. If you didn't know where I live, it used to be the nursery capital of the world. There's just acres and acres of azaleas, crepe myrtles, boxwoods, all kind of plants. I have to say I'm ready for some cooler weather to come our way. We got another month and a half to wait. Usually in October it gets a little cooler here. Less humidity. I did get a chance to go to Fort Walton Beach, Harley Davidson, and bought me a backrest. I went to a ride with the Florida Panhandle Riders, and it's about an hour trip for me to get there and then back, and then they ride for a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours, and by the time I got back, my back was killing me. So I decided to go ahead and get me a backrest. I don't really like the looks of backrest, but I'm into comfort these days. Looks are cool, but comfort is king. On the road king. No pun intended. Anyway, this is a quick trip to see how this audio and the new camera setup is doing. It doesn't add any weight. This chin mount is in the camera. It can't weigh 6 ounces, 4 ounces. It doesn't make any difference in the helmet at all. But it's a pretty clean setup. I like the way there's not a lot of wires hanging out on the helmet. And the next trip I'll put the mother GoPro pointing toward my face, so I can do a few camera angles. Maybe I'll put some on the side of my bike too. See what kind of angles we can get. I'm going to also hook up my 360 camera and play with that a little bit and see what kind of angles we can achieve. But anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I'm just getting started on the YouTube thing. It is super fun. I love playing with the software. I love talking about my bike. And hopefully I can help somebody else out there. Until next time. Check you later.